figures? Okay, latest water test. Tested the rain. 13,100 micrograms per liter of aluminum in the rain in 2013. Normally, it should be 0. So 13,100 is pretty damn much, folks. It used to be 0, then it was 100s in the 2000s, and then since 2010, it's into the 1,000s and the latest 13,100. In the snow on Mount Shasta, pristine Mount Shasta, 61,000 feet. No, excuse me, 8,000 foot level, 61,000 micrograms per liter. 4 times the amount that is found in the soil up there. Where in the hell is this stuff coming from if it's not coming from the soil? You know, these tests are international in scope. We're seeing this all over the world, guys. Okay, pH of acid soils is 20 times more alkaline. The aluminum in the soil has doubled in the last 10 years. Aluminum blocks essential nutrients. I am unable in my garden to restore normal pH, and that's because nanoparticles are now in the circulatory systems of both plants and humans. So welcome, fellow guinea pigs. The collapse and decrease of agriculture is something I worry about even more than the previous info about autism and Alzheimer's.
I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachaha, Kwadash. I want to give double honors to the head apostle, and that is a great millstone, and rule well, and teach well, peace and blessing, teach sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the 4 corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity, okay? I want to go into this article, concerning, the alarming, toxic, forever chemicals that are in our foods and waters, and the pollution that Esau is doing deliberately and on purpose. Ultimately, it is all part of his wicked agenda, okay? All part of his New World Order program. I want to play this clip from this article that you see on your screen. I'll put the link in the description box as well, and then I also want to go into this article.
And everything from cleaning products to fabrics. Let's go to our health and science correspondent, Lindsay Thies. Lindsay, we see a lot of these studies, so what about this one stands out?
Well, when it comes to this link between these PFAS, these forever chemicals, and thyroid cancers, there's been a lot of, maybe we think it's associated, it could be, but this conclusive link is a big deal. And then the other big piece of this was the way that researchers at Mount Sinai.
And these PFAs are forever chemicals, basically chemicals that don't dissipate, that, they supposedly stay around, they stay in your body, or they stay wherever they are dwelling forever. And they're very, very harmful to the respiratory system, the reproductive system, the brain, the blood, the heart, etc., even your skin. And it's a high cause of cancer as well. But not only are they finding high levels of forever chemicals, metals, aluminums, etc., but also high levels of nanoparticles, all right?
And I were able to go about doing it. What they did is they went into something called a biobank, where there are all of these different samples, and they looked at plasma samples from patients who had thyroid cancer, but they were able to look at the samples both before and then after, during that cancer diagnosis, and then compare them side by side with patients who never had cancer, of similar backgrounds, age, ethnicity, gender, that sort of thing. And then what they did when they looked at these side by side is that they found that with that increased increased risk of PFAS exposure, there was an increase in these thyroid cancer markers in the plasma. And then specifically, when they looked at a specific PFAS chemical, it's called perfluorooctane sulfonic acid, or PFOS with an O, when that doubled, the risk of thyroid cancer jumped by 56%. So what are PFAS? What are PFOS? We've heard about this somewhat, but these chemicals have been around. They really picked up in the 40s and 50s, and they have have been in everything from water-resistant fabrics, those sticky, resistant, the Teflon and non-coat stick on your cookware, those sorts of things. Firefighters, some of the firefighting foam that is still in use today in the United States is known to contain some of these PFAS chemicals. And the way that these chemicals are, that forever nature, they take forever. They take a very long time to break down. So they're in the water, they're in the soil, they're in the air. And for humans, that means we're getting repeat exposure after exposure. I spoke with the head doctor and researcher on this study. For those who are watching and might be thinking, oh my gosh, am I at risk? What?
And this is because the devil is ruling. All right, Esau, Edom. You know, mainly concerning these wicked elites during power, during rulership. So they're able to do these things, man. They're able to pollute the earth, okay? And as you saw in the first video clip, you know, there's high levels of contaminants, high levels of metals, aluminum. The soil is polluted. You know, the highest mountains, okay, are polluted. You know, the depths of the sea are polluted. The animals, the trees, the air, this whole earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. All right, this whole place is polluted, okay, because of who's ruling, because of the keepers of the house. You know, they're destroying the very place that they live in, the very air that they breathe, the very water that they drink. They're spraying chemtrails and testing and doing all types of tests on the you know, on not only you people but the atmosphere. You know, he's using all types of witchcraft concerning the weather and trying to control the weather. And you know, like the scripture says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, man. Okay, this man thinks that he can change the course of things, that he can control certain events. You know, can ultimately create and make his own thing, make his own creation. All right, but he is just deceived on the left-hand side because he's being controlled on the left-hand side by the Most High Yahweh. All right, so what we're witnessing is the work of the devil. All right, it says, well, let's skip up to the top. It says more than 600 water systems reported PFAs above a new EPA limits. Okay, so we're seeing an increase, man, and these numbers that they're giving us are they're far lower than what is actually in our water, in our bodies, and in the earth, man. Okay, Salakia. Matter of fact, before I get into this article, I want to go to I want to go to Revelation 11th chapter and the 18th verse. It says, "And the nations were angry, and wrath is come, and the time of the dead, and that they should be judged, and that they and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth." All right, and this man is clearly destroying the earth. Now I want to go into that word destroy real quick.
Strong's G 1311. Diapthyro.
All right, it says to change for the worse, to corrupt. It says to destroy, to ruin. This man is ruining the earth, the plants, the trees. He's constantly taken from the earth, but he's never given the earth a rest. He's never given it back. He's polluting the soil. He's polluting the oceans. He's polluting. This man is trying to pollute the solar system, man. Okay. He's spraying all types of chemicals. You know, if you haven't heard, there's, you know, reports of, you know, during the solar eclipse, this man, this devil was spraying all types of invisible chemtrails and invisible chemicals in various areas, man. You know, and there's reports of people getting sick and this and that. Okay, hey, this man is a madman. He's a mad scientist. Okay, it says to destroy, to kill. All right, and you know this man is he's the destroyer of the earth, man. All right, Now let's go into some translation comparisons real quick. Let's go over to the NLT. All right, it says this is NLT of Revelation 11 and 18. It says the nations were filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It is time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets, as well as your holy people and all who fear your name, from the least to greatest. It is time to destroy all who have caused destruction to the earth. And these wicked elites are causing destruction to this earth. You know, this man is, as you watch the old movies in times past concerning Dr. Evil and, you know, Frankenstein. Hey, man, that's Esau Edom, man. He's trying to create, you know, this man has a God complex. He's trying to be like the Most High, man. All right, he's trying to create his own creation, man. You know, let's go to the, matter of fact, where is it at? Okay, the ESV. It says, "And the nations raged, but your wrath came in the time for the dead to be judged, and for rewarding your servants, the prophets and saints, and those who fear your name, both small and great, and for destroying the destroyers of the earth." All right, because soon this man, he's not going to have the power to do these things anymore. But right now, he has that power. He's been set in the position that he's in, all right, by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now, let's go over to Micah chapter 2 real quick. This is Micah 2 and 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it." This man is constantly practicing evil, wickedness, how to lower your immune system, okay, how to put different chemicals to mess with your hormones, how to push certain things in your mind, all right? You know, how to gene splice this and how to add this with this and create that, you know, which we know he's not really creating anything, all right? Because he has to use everything that he's using is already here, has already been here, okay? You know, like the scripture says, you know, is there a new thing created in the earth? All right, so this man is not creating anything new per se, all right, but in his mind, he's trying to create, you know, things outside of the control of the Most High Yahweh, but that's impossible, okay? Because the Most High Yahweh controls all things, even what this devil is doing on the left-hand side, all right? It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands." So it's in the power of their hands to do these particular things, put these PFAs, these forever chemicals, to put these different drugs and these different, you know, substances in our food and our water, all right? You know, basically push people to be unhealthy, all right? On one side, he's saying, you know, do this and do that. And the other side, he's saying a complete opposite, all right? And he's making it very easily and, you know, attractive to be unhealthy, man, okay? You know, and you're seeing an all-time high level of people that are completely unhealthy, man. That completely let themselves go. That completely could care less, you know, about their body and their mind, all right? And even more and furthermore, he's, you know, spraying things into the airs. You know, basically the people are his guinea pigs, his test subjects, all right? You know, for his mad scientist or science experiment, all right? His experimentation. And we all know that all these things that he's doing has everything to do with his end game or end goal agenda, which we know he is not going to complete, all right? Like we always like to say, all roads lead to the MOTB, man, all right? It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage." All right. Now, I got a couple more scriptures lined up, but I want to get into this article real quick. It says, "Millions of Americans rely on drinking water systems that have recently exceeded new limits for toxic forever chemicals that EPA announced on Wednesday." And this is from USA Today. It says, "Found 608 systems across the country that have measured PFAS or per and polyfluoroalkyl substances at a above new established limit since last year. Together they serve nearly 35 million people, and 13 million people drink water for hundreds of other systems that have recently detected the chemicals at levels required reported by the EPA. So not only are these chemicals in your tap water, your showers, or your faucets, but you best believe Esau's putting these chemicals in these bottled waters, man. Okay? Now we try to, eat and drink the best of the worst, all right? But you can't get away from, you can't get away from the chemicals, the corrupt, defiled food, all right? It's impossible, man, all right? Unless you lived, out in the middle of nowhere and you had your own farm and you're growing your own crops and you're killing your own animals, this, that, and so forth. And even then you can't get all the way away from it. Because why? Because this devil is spraying the air, the very air you breathe, all right? And you got to drink water, So, you try to cut buying waters from stores and using the water system and try to filtrate your own water. But even then, you're still, not completely separating yourself from the chemicals that are, in the air, the river, the lakes. All right. So this is what we have to deal with, man. Okay. And this is more proof that the wicked is in rulership. All right. Like the scripture says, when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn, man. The people are in mourning, man. As you see in this article. Okay. It says, but not quite enough to surpass the new limits according to USA Today's analysts. And we know they're going to downplay the results. They're not going to, really go into the outstanding high level amounts of chemicals, which you saw in the first video. And I believe that's an older video. Okay. So just imagine what's going on in today's current time period. It says these results represent one-time samples, and the EPA wouldn't require a water system to make changes unless they're renewing annual average passes the new limits. Okay. And they always tell you something and they always brush it as it's nothing to worry about and it's okay. All right. This is the devil trying to cover his tracks. He's trying to cover his footsteps. He's sweeping in the sand as he walks. It says the chemicals are nearly indestructible and have been used widely for decades in food packaging, firefighter foam, and other non-stick water repellent items. And that's what they're just telling us, okay? These singled out items, but really these forever chemicals are in way more products concerning your household products, concerning basically all packaging of food and your drinks and your wine and your alcohol, everywhere, man. All right. And this devil, he uses scientific terminology to put certain things that you would want to stay away from, that are poisons, that are chemicals in your grocery store and your vegetables, your fruits, and your everyday products, man. All right. And once again, I'll leave that link in the description box to this article. I got a couple scriptures I want to bring out, and we can wrap it up. I want to go over to Isaiah the 14th chapter, man. Okay, because Esau, he has a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High, man. All right, he wants to create. He wants to destroy. He wants to set up, his own system, and along with that, his own system, his own products, so to speak, man, that are completely the opposite of what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has established, man. Okay, the Lord has given us, good things on the earth to enjoy, and this devil has completely destroyed that, and he's completely trying to do away with that and set up, something that is completely contrary to righteousness and completely contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Okay, look what he's pushing on a high level. All right, it's everything that is against the scriptures, man. All right, this is Isaiah 14:13. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." So this man wants to be like the Most High Yahweh, man. Okay. Everything he's doing is ultimately, okay, to be a God of the earth. All right. And he wants to be just like the Most High Yahweh, man, but he can't be. All right? The power of the Most High Yahweh is immeasurable and incomprehensible. All right? But this man is striving, because why is he striving to do this? Because that's the way the Most High Yahweh made him. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Okay, and this man can never be satisfied. He's constantly going to be chasing that. He's constantly going to be trying to be like the Most High. He's going to constantly be working evil upon his bed, devising wickedness, a new scheme, a new plan. Okay? Hey, the wicked does, the wicked has set up to do wickedness. I'm going to put it that way. All right? And he has no other choice but to do wickedness. All right? That's how he was designed. That's how he was hardwired. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So this man's going to be brought, taken out of power. His power, his control is going to be stripped from him. All right. It says, thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? You know, is this the man that polluted the whole earth? All right. You know, that was, doing all types of things, wicked things with his technology, with his knowledge. All right. That was, raging war, on the people, on the land, on the sea, on the air. That shot off all these missiles and bombs. Okay. It says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Okay. And this is what this man has done. All right. And he literally has made the earth shake, man. Okay. With his technology, that his knowledge and technology that he was given on the left-hand side, man, concerning his nuclear missile programs, his bombs that he's dropped. All right. And, concerning prophecy, what's about to happen concerning World War III, and these missiles that are going to be shot off, man. All right. The scripture says the earth shall rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. That means these fault lines are going to move, man. And that's going to come by the way of these intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right. It says, verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, man. All right. This man's, he's destroying the earth, man. It says, hey, like the scripture says, man, if it wasn't for the Most High speeding up the times, for the elect say there will shall be no flesh alive, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right. This man literally try to wipe out, everything living. All right. It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Okay. So this right here is another work of the devil. All right. Another of Esau's wicked schemes, his plans. All right. His devices that he's using out here, man. All right. And like the scripture says, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We're not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his plans. We're not ignorant of what he's doing, with his power and his rulership, man. Okay. Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time. Shalom.